Hi, my name is Miki Bar Ziv. I'm a PhD student at Spiegel Lab in Tel Aviv University, and I will talk about the effect urbanization have on the spur-winged lapwing's personality in boldness and exploration traits, which was tested in a common garden experiment. The human population is rapidly increasing worldwide, and in turn, the environment is changing to better suit the human needs. Animals that once had a more natural habitat need to acclimate to this new changing environment. Many studies have shown that individuals with bolder personality inhabit urban environments and better acclimating to the changes. Furthermore, some behaviors can be correlated with each other, creating a behavioral syndrome, with bolder individuals explore differently the environment. In our study, we tested if lapwings from urban habitats present different personality than natural habitats. Lapwings are a common ground nesting bird in Israel that managed to cope well with urbanization and even expand its population in the Middle East. We wanted to test if lapwing present a personality trait of boldness and exploration, and do lapwing from urban habitats show different behaviors. To answer those questions, we captured wild lapwing from various places in Israel, took their measurements, and brought them to Tel Aviv University Zoological Garden for housing. After 1 week of acclimation, the lapwings went through a series of behavioral trials. First, we tested the lapwing boldness by testing the time it took them to emerge from a closed box to a new unfamiliar empty cage. And next, we recorded the movement pattern inside the cage. To test if those behaviors can be considered as personality traits, we repeated those trials once a week for the next 3 weeks. We extracted various movement behavior and tested if those behaviors of the individual are repeatable. Here we can see the movement behavior we tested, with the y-axis represents the repeatability score. We can see that all the different aspects of the movement pattern were repeatable in some extent. We created a PCA from all the movement behavior we examined to see how they interact with each other. And we found out that the higher the value of the PC1 was, the faster the lapwing explored the cage. If we look now on the general behaviors of the birds, we can see that both of the exploration and boldness are repeatable between individuals and can now be defined as personality traits. Next, we tested what had the strongest effect on those personality traits. And if we look on this plot, the y-axis represents the boldness score. With the higher the score, the less bold the individual was, and the x-axis is the body weight. We can see that the more the lapwing weighted in urban habitats, the bolder he was, while on the other hand, the weight in the natural habitat didn't affect their boldness score. In this next plot, we can see what affected the exploration behavior. With the higher the y-axis was, the faster the individual explored the cage, and the higher the x-axis was, the less bold the individual is. Interestingly, here we can see that there is a behavioral syndrome that is only represented in urban environment, with less bold individuals are faster explorers. So, if we return to our research questions, 1. Do lapwing represent personality traits of boldness and exploration? We found that lapwings were highly repeatable in their behavior in both of their trials, indicating that different lapwing present unique personalities. And 2. Do lapwing from urban habitat show different behaviors? We did found that lapwing from urban habitat present a different behavior than the natural one, both in their boldness and exploration, even presenting a case of behavioral syndrome, only found in lapwing from urban environments. To conclude, by testing the lapwing in a controlled environment, we found that urban habitats might favor individuals with unique personality, creating a behavioral syndrome that we do not see in other habitats. Here you can see my acknowledgements and financial support, and below are the references of my presentation. And of course, thank you all for listening, and you are free to contact me for any question that you have.